Here, I'll try to make sure that we keep the microphone right to my face so that we get good audio. So let's jump into the Keynote slides here and see what we have. All right, so today, I'm going to count down to 3 and we're going to start our presentation right on this slide. 5, 4, 3. And today we're going to be going over the Keynote for everything that you can do with Groovepages and GrooveFunnels, our drag and drop page and funnel builder reinvented. My name is Mike Filsaime. I'm the co-founder and creator of, I'm the co-founder of Groove and created and co-founded many of the successful online software platforms for digital marketers. I want to give you a brief history right now of how the Groovepages platform came to be. So back in, you know what, guys, I'm just going to edit this out. I don't think it's necessary, so I'm just going to skip to this little note for production. We're just going to take this out. I don't know necessarily that it's going to be necessary here without all of the slides and pictures that we had in the last state of the Groove or for page set. So moving on. All right. So with Groovepages, we allow you to do some things that you can't do with other funnel builders. Obviously, we have single page templates, but we also have full website templates, which means that we're creating pages for you that not only have the home page, but we have the contact page, the about us page, your podcast page, your support page, your thank you pages, and different things like that, on top of creating full funnel templates. So when you go to something like Wix and Squarespace, Wix and Squarespace will help you build your brand website, and generally you'll find the same thing with WordPress. You can build your brand website, but you're not able to build your funnels. And then when you look at the classic funnel builders like Leadpages and ClickFunnels, they allow you to build your funnels, your linear pages, like your opt-in page to an upsell page to a thank you page, but they don't allow you to build your brand website with full navigation. So what you're left to do is either use something like ClickFunnels and then have to use the dreaded WordPress, which nobody wants to do. Let's face it, that's very complicated. Or you have to get something like Wix and Squarespace. And if you use Wix and Squarespace to do your website, you're still going to realize you need to do your marketing funnels, and then you're left back again with Leadpages and ClickFunnels. The beautiful thing is with Groove, you have both Groovepages to do your brand website, and you have GrooveFunnels to do your marketing funnels. Also, what we're going to be demonstrating in just a minute is that you also have the ability to use blocks, pre-made blocks like pricing tables, features, countdown timers, testimonials, team, hero sections, footers, call to actions, you name it. Now, when you use something like ClickFunnels, they do have templates, but if you don't want something that's there, you can delete it, but if you want to add a new section, you can't. They don't have a library of pre-made blocks, designer blocks or wireframe blocks that you can just drag in. And so what happens many times is you'll see 2 different templates at ClickFunnels or Leadpages. You'll see one that has 80% of everything that you want, but it's missing the pricing section. And then you see another one that has the pricing section, but it's missing the order recap section, or it's missing the guarantee. And you're kind of stuck because you can't mix and match those 2 templates without really knowing how to hack their code and do different types of things like that. The beautiful thing with Groove is that not only do we allow you to start from scratch, and most likely you wouldn't have to because we have so many different templates that we're going to show you in just a minute, that you can start with a template and you can bring in any designer block that you want or a wireframe block, and we'll show you that in just a minute. And once they're on the canvas, you can take those blocks and you can drag them up and down, and you can even clone them so that you can use them in other places on other pages. So sometimes you'll spend a lot of time working on a guarantee section or a pricing table, and you spend a good 20 minutes making it look exactly the way that you want and putting the sales copy in there to make it perfect. And now that you go to another page, well, you can save that block and use it later on another page. It's very, very easy for you to use our blocks. And in terms of positioning and styling editor, we're going to get into that in the demo in just a few minutes. Now, inside of every block, A block is basically like a section of the page where you have, let's say, the hero section, then you have the bio section, you have a testimonial section. These are blocks. And inside the blocks, you have what's called elements. Elements are different things like images, countdown timers, videos, buttons, FAQ, collapse and opens, and different things along those lines. So we're going to be showing you how you can configure all of those different elements, like progress bars, or add images to an iPhone or a laptop, or change an image on a page. And then we're going to show you how you can style a button to make it round or square, change the color, change the background color, the text color, make the button hover when you hover over it, how you can do some hover effects. These are different things we're going to show you, and if you're not happy with the positioning, we're going to show you how you can drag and drop, and also create the size of your columns in there as well. And I'm going to be having David Lemon helping me today with some of those more advanced things. He'll probably say, Mike, you want to do this or do that, because the power, the beautiful thing we want you to know is that Groovepages is designed like an iPad. And why do I say that? Well, there's two things that are important when you want to have something that's powerful. You want to have a good user interface and a good user experience. A user interface is what the person sees. The user experience, the UX, is what the person experiences. Intuitively, somebody could look at something and know, I should probably just have to tap right here to be able to upload my picture. And so when you look at an iPad, you can look at a 2-year-old child will ask their mom or dad, can I have the iPad? Can I have the iPad? Can I have the iPad? And I've seen kids that are 2 years old turn on the iPad, use the facial recognition, click on the YouTube icon, click on the category for the videos that they like, and they're watching all of these kids videos on the YouTube Kids app. And then you could also use an iPad in surgery at a hospital, and it'll have everything that can be done. So that means it's easy to use and has extreme complexity. So we believe that the mistake that many companies make is they try to be either one or the other. They said, if we make this quote unquote too complex, beginners are not going to be able to use the platform. And the iPad never said they're going to have that problem. We didn't want to have that problem either. And then the other thing is, you look at some things like Webflow or Unbounce that are so overly complex that you might as well just learn CSS and HTML, because you need to know HTML and CSS to use these things, because they're technically made for CSS designers to have a canvas. And what we wanted to do was we wanted to have all the power of something like a Webflow or an Unbounce with the simplicity of the old school Microsoft front page, or even easier. And that's what we've done with Groove, which we're going to show you with Groovepages in just a minute. You can also put in third-party embeds or embeds from other apps inside Groove. So what that means is, for any reason, if you are tied into any other platform and you're using something, let's say like Google Forms or a survey from a survey company, and they give you an embed, you can embed it anywhere on the page. We're going to show you how to do that. And as well, we have many of those things in our platform, like our checkout widgets and our form widgets, or things like our proof widgets that show, so-and-so from Sarasota just purchased 3 minutes ago. These things you want to be able to embed on your page that are within the platform. And we even have things like Groove Survey as well, which you're going to be able to embed. So moving on to the next slide. This says coming soon, the Hero Carousel. This is actually live. It went live yesterday, and I'm going to be demoing this today. Now, the Hero Carousel is very exciting. It's going to allow you now to take your hero section underneath your navigation, and you're going to be able to add multiple blocks to your hero section, and then you can set the animation and the timer. So this is not a carousel. This is a carousel of an entire block. So previously we had a carousel, which is basically load an image, and then you can say, when they click on the image, what do you want to do? But now you can design 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, unlimited number of blocks that will slide every 3 seconds or every 5 seconds or every 7 seconds. And one block can be blue, and it could be advertising the marketer's cruise. The next block can be advertising for us. It'll slide over and then say, get a merchant account with GroovePay, and the next one can slide over and say, build better funnels with Groove Funnels. And this is something we wanted for ourselves. And let me tell you, there's no other builder out there that I'm aware of that can do this. And if you're going to do this with WordPress, you need it built into a theme, and it's abstract. Wait till you see the way that we do it coming up in just about 5 minutes. All right. Next, pages and funnels. Now, as we said, you're able to add multiple pages to a website, unlimited number of pages to a website, depending on your plan. And as soon as you add a page into Groovepages, it automatically shows in your navigation. And you can one-click drop that down if you don't want it to show in your navigation. Maybe it's a thank you page, or maybe it's a special offer page. So you just drag it into a funnel folder or into what we call a hidden navigation. You can also do all of your settings. So let's talk about SEO for a minute. Google came out with something called mobile first indexing. And they came out with that about 2 years ago, right when we were starting to develop our platform. And then they gave us basically the cheat sheet on how they want their websites built. So Groovepages is the only platform that started development while Google changed the algorithms for the search engines. And it gave us an unfair advantage over the competition. And that's why when you look at pages built with the competition, even when you score themselves, they show up on a mobile device scoring 7 out of 100 and 23 out of 100. And pages that are built on the Groove platform regularly score between 93 and 98%. And we're constantly working with the new updates with Google with things like next generation format images, image conversion that'll happen server side with Groove. So even if you take a photo in 4K HDR on your phone and you upload it to your website, we're going to not only optimize that the way that Google is telling you to optimize it. They're telling you, but you don't know it, so we do it for you. And then we put it in what's known as WebP, or I believe WebP or next generation format. We do that for you automatically. But you can also do things like change the URL, or what's known as the slug. We allow you to do meta tags and title tags. You can put all types of Google Analytics and the social sharing, which is known as the open graph. So if you know when you give a link to somebody to your website on Facebook or Skype or an iMessage, and it shows a preview of the website, well, most people don't know that you can actually change the preview text and the preview image that's given. And if you don't change that, Google is, or the apps like Facebook and Skype are automatically just going to pull the first lines of text off of your website and the first image on your website. And sometimes that looks very, very silly, right? Sometimes it'll just pull your logo because that's the first image in the top right of the page. And then what ends up happening is it blows that up and it looks very pixelated. And then you have something that says, welcome to the world's greatest. Well, that's not what you want. So we're going to show you how you can actually hijack that so that when somebody shares your website, you can have a beautiful image, maybe something that you designed from Canva or Usign, and then you could put some preview text. On top of that, we make it very, very simple for you to be able to clone a page so that you could use it in another website. We even allow you to save a page as a template so that you can reuse it very, very quickly. We even allow you to share the template with other users, and you could actually import templates that are shared with you from other users with our share template feature. We're going to be going over how you build a brand website and how you build funnels as well. On the next here, we also have high converting pop-ups. We have pop-ups that allow you to come on exit, on entry, and when you click a button, And we're going to show you how you can say, do you want that to show every time, or do you want that to show only on the first time, so you don't constantly annoy a visitor that keeps coming back to your website to log in. We're going to show you how you can style it, both with our wireframe blocks and with our designer blocks that you'll have, that you can just make gorgeous pop-ups like we use at our own websites at Groove and our own upsells. These pop-ups are also responsive, and you could clone them and save them and reuse them. It's very, very simple and easy to use. Now, believe it or not, other platforms like WordPress don't have built-in pop-ups, so you have to go out and buy a third-party software like Opt-in Monster. So, you know, this is something that we could put at our website that we don't even do when we say the 17 different apps that Groove.cm replaces. We can change that to 18 because we do pop-ups, and we should do that, and we're going to do that. And we will put there that if you want the equivalent to do pop-ups, believe it or not, you have to use something like Opt-in Monster or Pop-up Generator. I forget there was another really big one back in the day. I don't remember the name, but yeah, you have to pay for these different things. As we said, you can do all types of tracking with Facebook pixels. We're going to show you how you'll drop pixels if they tell you that it has to go in the header or the body. SEO is very, very easy to use in our system, and we're coming out later this year with an advanced SEO tab setting, and we're working with the leading SEO and SEM, that's search engine optimization and search engine marketing gurus in the industry, and they've sat with our developers for several hours on several days, letting us know how to create a separate SEO section to do some more advanced stuff that we weren't even aware of. One of the nice things that we do with Groove is we also have revisions. So we will be saving your website for you automatically every 5 minutes. So if you forget to save and you have a power outage or your laptop just dies, let's face it, we've all had that, where we're like, I'm at 5%, I'm at 4%, I'm at 3%, and then it just goes, what? Why didn't it go 2-1? What happened? Why did it go from 3 to off? And then you realize, oh my goodness, I haven't hit the save button in an hour and a half. Well, that happens with the competition. I can assure you, 100% that happens with the competition. With Groove, at least only the last 5 minutes is what you'll lose because we do an auto save for you. But even if you're doing a save, every time you publish the website or you hit the save button, we will automatically save it for you in your revision. So if you make a change, what we sometimes say, I Frankenstein this thing, you can just say, oh, you know what? Why am I trying to figure all this out when I hit undo? And you know, sometimes you go undo and it kind of creates an alternate universe. You can't go undo and back to redo, and you just can't find that setting that you had. Well, just go back to the timestamp. All right, let me go back 10 minutes. There you go. And you can restore the page. And we also have something called an instant edit bookmarklet. We're going to demo that. Basically what that means is anytime you're actually public at your website and you're at the page just like any visitor, and you notice that there's a typo or your image looks blurry and you want to replace the image, or you want to add some new text to your bio, you just click on this one button in the browser and it'll open the page, not only just open the site, but actually open the site and the page right in your canvas, and then you can fix the typo, and then you can click republish and set it back up. Let me mention one more thing here in the settings that's not on the slide, and that's we have something called save, and we have another button called publish. Now, the difference between why I'm making a big point of that is, like, for instance, our competitor, ClickFunnels, doesn't have a save or a publish feature. They only have a save and publish. And so what that means is, if you're working on a site that you've had live for about a year, and you're working on the site for 3 hours, but you haven't fixed the button yet, and you haven't put the link for the buy button up there, and you're changing the price, and all this stuff is going on, and you're working, well, what do you do to save your work with ClickFunnels? There's nothing you can do to save your work. If you hit save, you've just published it live on the internet. And now everybody sees your work in progress, your coming soon, your lorem ipsum, your buy button's not working, the links in your footer and your terms of service that you're working on. You have 2 footers on the site, but you had to because you're on a train, or you're at an event and you can't find an outlet, and your laptop has 3% battery and you need to save your work. Well, the beautiful thing that we do with Groovepages is we allow you to hit the save button but not publish it. So you can save your work as it's going along, and when you're ready to publish it, publish is a separate feature, and then you could publish it. After I say that, it must sound so logical and so crazy that a platform can be around for 6 or 7 years and they don't allow you to save your work without making it public. And so these are things that we're very, very proud of. They seem small, but they're definitely worth a shout out. In terms of the being mobile responsive or device responsive, we're going to show you not only does Groovepages and GrooveFunnels create responsive design and code that the search engines absolutely love. However, we also are going to show you that you can custom design a page for a mobile device down to the pixel. You can hide and show or change the font size, whether it's for a mobile device, a vertical tablet, a horizontal tablet, which will be wider, a laptop, which is wider yet, or a full desktop. And we're going to demonstrate that for you. Like I said, in terms of our true competition, there's no other competitor that we're aware of that gives you this much control. And what I'm talking about is lead pages, ClickFunnels, optimized press, Wix, and Squarespace. Wix and Squarespace will allow you to look at it from a mobile device, a tablet, a tablet, or a computer. But they don't say if it gets to this size, change the font size like this. And we're going to show you. It's very, very, very powerful. And this actually came from Google. It was called mobile first indexing. And Google said that we want you to design pages for a mobile device. And they actually want to see that your CSS code actually has code that says for screen sizes show here. And if you see that, you're going to get more love from Google. And that's why our pages outrank all the other platforms when they're built properly. And we give you the tools. Obviously, you want to build things with the proper H1 tags. We'll get into that in just a minute. Our templates come pre-built that way. But the ability to for Google to tell you that they're aware that over 70% of web traffic today to websites comes on a mobile device, so they don't want you designing your website for how it looks when you're designing it, because you need a big canvas like Groovepages to do that. And many people never even say, what is this going to look like on a mobile device? And then when you do, you say, oh, well, that looks like crap. So then you have to redesign it for mobile, because 70% of your visitors are on mobile. But then when you design it for mobile, it looks like crap on a desktop. And so you have to compromise. Which one do I want to go? But not with Groovepages. Groovepages allows you to start with your main design, and then you can drill down and change it if it starts to look funky on different devices, and you can make it device specific. Next, we're going to talk about the power of our domain publishing platform. First of all, we give you free hosting automatically on a Groovepages subdomain, and we also allow you to use your own domains. Check your plan for how many you're allowed to use. But let's say you buy a domain like one that we use in our demo called conversionbrands.com. You can use conversionbrands.com to be where you put your brand website and your funnels. You could also use it for other apps in our platform, like Groove Member. If you wanted, like we have something called like Groove Digital Academy, and we could put that right onto Groove Member. And that means if you wanted your website to be somewhere else, then you could put it at something like content.conversionbrands.com. And we're going to go over all of that for you. The beautiful thing is, if you buy a new domain, you could use it with Groovepages. And if you have an existing domain with content on it, like a prior forum, or maybe you have a blog on there, many platforms don't allow you to be able to use your root domain without wiping out all of the other the other legacy content that you have. They would force you to use a subdomain, and you would have to have pages.conversionbrands.com. Not with Groove. We have what we call a new domain setup, which is what 90% of you use, but many of you that have legacy content, like I don't want to lose my blog content just because I want to add something to the root domain with Groovepages. No problem, we've got you covered. Other platforms don't allow you to do that. We'll be demonstrating how the publishing works coming up in the demo coming up soon. We also allow integration with different email providers, again, depending on whether you're a free or a paid user, but we do integrate with all of the different email providers out there like MailChimp, GetResponse, Aweber, iContact, ActiveCampaign, et cetera, et cetera. And we also work with the popular webinar platforms. Obviously, we have Groove webinars, but maybe you have some legacy content, or you just like to use GoToWebinar or Webinar Jam or EverWebinar. We can integrate with those platforms as well. And we also work with Zapier and other app-to-app integration platforms, as you see on the screen here. All right. The plans and changes. So moving everything from a domain into one project, we're going to, we just went over that earlier here. I'm going to skip the slide. A little note to production here. I'm going to be doing a post video today showing you how we're changing to this new project-driven format, and that's going to be outside of this keynote here. So little production note on the timestamp there, and we're going to remove this from the final edit. All right, and that is a quick overview of Groove, and now what we're going to do is we're going to go in and actually do a deep dive on my screen, and we're going to show you myself, Groovezilla, and David Lemon. We're going to do a little bit of lemonade here for you on that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. We're going to save this information that we have here, and we're going to regroup in about 3.5 minutes to show you a full demonstration of everything that you saw on the slides to continue part 2 of the keynote. Be right back. Hi, I'm Mike Filsaime, CEO and co-founder of GrooveFunnels, and we want to thank you very much for watching the Groovathon, and we hope you're enjoying it. You know, normally we would never ask you to take a break from the Groovathon, but there are a couple of things that are more important that you want to be aware of. The first one is our Groove affiliate program. The second one is an upgrade, and we're going to talk about that in another video. But for right now, we want to let you know why our affiliate program is so important, and that just this week, just Wednesday, we paid out over $300,000 in commissions. That means we're paying out over $1 million each month to people just like you. So here's what you need to do. If you're not a GrooveFunnels member, you can sign up with no credit card. Anyone that signs up at groovefunnels.com is automatically already an affiliate. To get your affiliate links and your promotion tools and learn more about the affiliate program, all you need to do after you sign up is go to groovejv.com. That's groovejv.com. In fact, you should pause the live stream right now and open up a new browser tab and go to groovejv.com. Over there, you will find, as I said, all of your affiliate links and more information in a video explaining our 2-tier affiliate program. Now, free members get paid 20% commission on anyone they refer, and if you upgraded and you're an upgraded member, we double your affiliate commission to 40%, and on top of that, we pay you 10% on tier 2. Now, there's a video that explains this math and why people are making so much money promoting GrooveFunnels. People will love you for it. It's a free product with a suite of products, and no credit card is required. Now, we do a really great job convincing people to upgrade based on the value of our software and our value proposition. So all you need to do is get your affiliate link and start promoting. We give you banners, blog, pre-written blog reviews, email swipe copy if you have an email list, a place where you can get solo ads, do press releases, post on Facebook, post on YouTube. We give you all the tools to get your affiliate link out there. People absolutely love GrooveFunnels, and there's a movement going on right now. And the reason why you want to get your affiliate link out there is we do something that you'll find at GrooveJV in a more informative video. But in a nutshell, it's called First Tag Wins. What that means is if you simply have somebody click your link and they sign up for GrooveFunnels with no credit card, if they sign up an hour later, a day later, a week later, a month later, 6 months later, or a year later, or several years later. It doesn't matter. They are tagged to you without using cookie technology. We have an exclusive technology that does that. What that means, if they sign up on their phone or on a laptop, and a month later or a week later, they sign up on a completely different computer or at a hotel lobby using the internet cafe at a hotel, and they decide to upgrade to Groove, they are hard-coded and locked into you for life. That means all you need to do is get the word out, get people to find out that Groove is awesome, just like you do right now. They'll sign up for free. They'll thank you for it. And when they upgrade, you'll get a 20% commission. And if you're an upgraded member, you'll get paid 40% commission and 10% on tier 2. These commissions are massive. And we have people that are making a full-time income. As we said, just this week, we paid out over $300,000 in weekly commissions. So take a little break from the Groovathon right now. Press pause, go to groovejv.com in a new browser. Make sure to get your affiliate link, follow all the steps in the promotion tools, and then we're going to welcome you back to the Groovathon. Thank you very much.